Hi guys, welcome back to a new video. In this video, I'm gonna be sharing some unpopular K-pop opinions. Now, maybe some of them are not unpopular, but there are some of them that I think are quite unpopular. Well, I don't see it a lot on the internet, I guess. So yeah, um, don't. I mean, you're allowed to be offended by it, of course, and if you want to dislike this video, that's fine, but I never mean any harm with these opinions. Just know that I'm not the person that would go hate on someone else or a group or a song or something. Like, no, that's not me. These are just some casual opinions. But if you don't like them, you're allowed to dislike. But yes, let's just get on to the video. Opinion number one is it would be really unfair if ICE One or ICE Zone didn't disband. Now, this is kind of, yeah, not really controversial, but I guess it's kind of a sensitive topic. But I think it would definitely be unfair to X1, to 101, to IY, to all groups beforehand. It would just be very unfair. Like, I guess 101, their contract got extended, I guess, but especially now with the whole, Produce 101 scandal, and knowing that the voting was unfair, and knowing that a lot of trainees, should be in this group, but they're not. It's just very weird that they disbanded X1 but not Ice One. And I'm not saying that they should have disbanded both. I'm saying they should have kept both. Sorry, my English is doing a little bit of weird things today, but I think they should have kept both. Like, disbanding one and keeping one is just very unfair. So it would definitely be unfair if Ice One didn't disband and they would like make it a permanent group. I hear they're discussing to like extend their contract to April, and like that's fine, I guess, but just there are limits in my opinion. Opinion number two is that Schumann is, in my opinion, a better dancer than Sehun. This is about EXO. I also said this in another unpopular K-pop opinions video, but that video got deleted. So I'm just stating this again. I love Sehun. Actually, love him a lot. He's one of my biases in EXO, but I can't get over the fact that Schumann is such a good dancer and he gets like no recognition from the public, and it makes me so mad. Like, Schumann is so good, and like no one, like if you're not an EXO, you don't know that Schumann is a fucking good dancer. So yeah, yeah. Now my opinion on number three is that Side Effects is a better song than My Pace. This is a very unpopular opinion, I think, because a lot of people love My Pace and not a lot of people love Side Effects. Look, I love what you would call quote unquote noise music. I mean NCT and Stray Kids are my ults, so yeah, makes sense. Like, I love noise music, so like I don't know why. I just love it. That's why Side Effects is definitely one of my favorite Stray Kids songs. I love My Pace, but Side Effects got got and still gets so much hate. She doesn't deserve that. So yeah. Number four. Now this is a very tricky one to explain, but this is how I wrote it down. Wavy is NCT, but it's definitely different than 127 and Dream. Here's the thing. Wavy is of course NCT. I mean, I knew that before NCT 2020 happened. I knew that since 2019. Wavy is NCT. But it's really, really different than 127 and Dream. First of all, Wavy doesn't even have NCT in their names, which is very weird. They have like a different light stick. They are like, when the whole NC 2020 was going on, they still had their separate things on their Wavy channel, which was weird. I also noticed this when like 90s Love or Make a Wish or From Home or Work It came out, or like behind the scenes or something, and Wavy, Dream, and 127 would all post that in their stories, right? Well, when 127 and Dream would post it in their stories, it would only say hashtag NCTU. When Wavy put it in their stories, it would say hashtag NCTU and hashtag Wavy. Just these little things that make me like, that make it like very obvious that Wavy is definitely very different than the other units. But yeah, it's I don't know what SM is gonna do with them after NCT 2020 is done because we're still kind of going. But yeah, I'm very curious, and I don't have my sorry, and I don't have high hopes because it's SM. Okay, so opinion 5 is also about NCT. It's that SM should say Win Win is officially not in 1 to 7 anymore. Because what they're doing now is just not it. No one likes it. It's very confusing. I personally would love to have Win Win in both 1 to 7 and Wavy, but I know that that's not going to happen. And I know that it's probably going to be another Yising situation like Yising from EXO. It's the same thing. He is in EXO, but he is not in EXO. And it's just very weird. He hasn't been in EXO for 4 years, almost five. And Win Win hasn't been in NCT 127 for 2 years now. And they are not allowed to mention him. They just have to pretend like he was never in the group. It's literally like he left. And with the whole China Korea thing, it's also bullshit because Ten and Lucas can promote with Super M. Super M is also a Korean group, and they're all allowed to promote with NC 2020. I mean, Win could easily participate in that one and still 7 touch stage in the Beyond Live concert, but he didn't. Like, it's a little bit more deeper than that. SM just doesn't want Win Win to be in 1-7 anymore. And then I'm like, okay, you know what? Fine. But at least say that he's out of there. Because I had so much hope that he would be in touch performance. And if he was actually not in 1-7 officially anymore, I wouldn't have that hope and I wouldn't have been let down as much as I did. So, SM, I kindly ask you to just say that he's not in 1-7 anymore and just get this over with and stop putting his name in the fucking calendar of the season greetings because I'm tired of this shit. Opinion number 6 is kind of the same as the Shumin thing, but this time it's with Haechan. Haechan deserves main dancer in 1 to 7 and Dream. First I had lead dancer, but then I was like, isn't he already a lead dancer in Dream? That was my knuckle, I'm so sorry. I just look, Haechan is my favorite dancer in NCT, and I just love how he dances. He's just always so on beat, and he's so smooth. I don't know how to explain. He's just amazing, and I really think that he could be a main dancer in any other group, definitely. But I guess he's not in NCT right now because NCT has so many talented dancers that they can just put everyone on main dancer. But if they could have another one added, it should definitely be Haechan because he's amazing. Opinion number 7. Now, this is an opinion I recently have gotten. I don't know where it came from, but I recently thought about this. It's that I like it more when Jenny sings than when she raps. Now, this is something I've had recently, like I said, and it's very weird because ever before the album came out, I always loved Jenny's rapping. She was my favorite female rapper. I just wanted her to rap in every song. Ever since the album came out, I started to like her voice even more. I loved Jenny's voice even before. Even when I liked her rapping more, I loved her voice. But since the album, her voice started to grow even more on me, and I don't know, her rapping in a Pretty Savage, it just doesn't hit as hard as it used to do. Like in Do 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 or in Whistle, it hits so hard, but I don't know, I'm not feeling it in Pretty Savage and also not very in Lovesick Girls, and maybe that's just me. But I also wouldn't mind now if she doesn't rap anymore because her vocals are amazing and she doesn't get appreciated for it at all. Like Rose and Jisoo got appreciated for their voice, and Lisa too. But I've never actually seen someone that's not like a Jenny stan or Blackpink stan praise Jenny for her vocals, which is so bullshit because she has such a beautiful voice and such a strong voice. It sounds fucking good. Opinion number 8. I think Lavender is Stray Kids' their worst album, and I actually was pretty disappointed when it was released. Now, here's the thing. Maybe I wasn't in a very good state at that moment. It was right after Woojin left, and that hit pretty hard for me. I was pretty hurt. I was hurt a lot by it, right? I understand Stray Kids because Woojin left, because I understand Stray Kids for a while. I took a break. Sorry, I took a break when Witcher left because I just every time I look at Stray Kids, I was not very happy because I thought, oh my god, they're only 8. So I took a break and now I'm back. And it's amazing now. But then it wasn't so amazing. Of course, I was in not a very good place with Stray Kids, and I'm not saying that it's their fault. No, it's my fault because I can't take shit like that. So when Lavender came out, I was pretty excited. But I don't like Astronaut. I don't like the song Lavender. I don't like the album Lavender. I don't like the vibe of the album. And I don't know how to explain it. I think I've listened to Lavender album like once or twice, and maybe that's why. Maybe I should just re-listen the album, but usually I like songs on the first listen, usually. So, maybe I should give Lavender a second chance, but for now, it's definitely Stray Kids their worst album. Sorry, in my opinion, I forgot to add that. If people like Lavender, that's totally fine. In my opinion, it's their worst album. Okay, this is gonna be a long one. My opinion number 9. The Snow app is okay if idols use it like Jamin. Jamin made his skin a little bit whiter. He put some filters on it, not on his face, but just like you would put on your photo in Instagram, right? It was just a couple filters, and it looked a little bit. His face looked a lot whiter. To be honest, I don't have that big of a problem with that. I mean, he said that he liked it, and you know what? That's fine. To like photos more where he's not using it, yes, but also I should mind my own fucking business because it's his life. But when they use it, like for example, 80s, then it's just not okay. They edit their faces so much. Just scroll through 80s their Instagram page and you won't recognize them. I noticed this especially with Sungwa, Woyoung, and Yusang. I mean, all 8 of them do it, but I especially noticed with those 3, they make their chin so tiny. It just doesn't look like them anymore. And I'm like, what the fuck did you think you were doing? I'm sorry. I just don't get that. Like how Jamin does it, I don't have a problem with it. And also how Minho from Stray Kids does it. I also don't have a problem with that. But sometimes it's a little bit too much, like with 80s. But yeah. At the end of the day, who cares what I think? And they should do what they want to do. Now the last one is very recent. I didn't like Hua from G Idol at all. I thought it was a very boring song, and I have liked all their comebacks ever since their debut. I've liked all their title tracks so much. I always That's why I had pretty high expectations because I always liked Shadow's songs. Even though Lion was like I had to listen to it a couple times before I liked it, but at the end I still liked it, and I liked all their songs, and I'm always obsessed with their songs. So I was expecting a lot, but I don't think I'm gonna like Hua because I think the song itself is very boring. The drop, there's not even a drop. The dance is also very boring. The ending, what the fuck is that? It just ends. Like I was expecting so much more. It's like they ended in the middle of the song, and Shoya has like no lines. I'm just very disappointed with this comeback. So, let's just wait till the next one and see if I'm gonna like that one. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'm sorry if there was sound in the back, but my family is just very annoying. And Happy New Year, and I hope I'll see you very, very soon. Yes, and stream 90s Love and Work It from NCTU. Let's go. Bye bye.
남자친구 있어요? 미안 아직 죄송해요 너무들 짓궂죠. 저 뒤에서 누나 예쁘다고 하는 형들이 아니 난 너 그 긴장해서 횡설수설 중. 난 아직 18의 고딩 솔직히 누날 넘보는 것 자체가 고집.